I did a paper in a science and biology statistics class, a report I had to do. And it was very interesting because we picked the subject about crime statistics. And I just wanted to bring up a few arguments, because the claim being made is Tacoma police allegedly are claiming that major crime has dropped significantly in downtown Tacoma over the last decade. And the question we're asking is, can we be sure that the data provided in the Tacoma News Tribune article accurately reflects the crime in the downtown Tacoma, or is it only misleading information with distorted picture? And there's some people that believe the argument, and there's disbelief. So the belief are 3 members in the group believe the Tacoma police claim. However, one of the 3 said she questions how much crime is being really reported to the Tacoma police. Some group members believe the alliance between the residents has somewhat helped slow crime in downtown Tacoma. And our group wondered if the article was created to entice more tenants into investing and rebuilding in downtown Tacoma's billion-dollar transformation. The disbelief are 2 members strongly believe this article is misleading because the following should be considered when reading crime statistics. So it says not all crime is reported to the police, such as much as 50% of some types of crime may go unreported. Some people don't even report crimes they consider minor, and that is an individual decision. Historically, some groups of people have been more likely to report crime to the police than others. And there's a study from the Metropolitan Police that talks about that. You can do more research if you want. People are often more afraid of crimes committed by strangers. However, friends and acquaintances and family members commit many crimes. Occasionally, programming of human errors cause crimes to be replaced at the wrong location on maps. Most importantly, many things that may make you feel unsafe don't get included in crime statistics. Abductions, runaways, hate crimes, many believe it should be classified as a crime that is provoked by gender injustice. Crimes at work, white-collar crime, domestic offense are not included in crime statistics. Police may only report resolved crimes. Ask yourself, are they concentrating on the less powerful people? Consider the police technical incompetence. They're only human too. There are fewer incentives to report crimes due to high insurance premiums, especially in the poorest areas. Stupid criminals are more likely to get caught, and now the typical criminal may be more middle class, clever, and whiter than the official photo fit suggests. Statistics can be misleading if not interpreted correctly. Some problems lie in how the numbers are used and what numbers they are compared to. For instance, in some incidents reported, such as prostitution, there have been dozens of estimates made by reformers who hoped high numbers would get police to act. Police report in to estimate lower counts of prostitutes. Historians see a clear pattern in these cycles of competing statistics. Ministers and reformers tended to inflate statistics, while police officials tended to underestimate prostitution. Homicide figures would appear the most straightforward, right? No. It is a fact that only about 1/3 of these offenses recorded are homicide are actually confirmed by the court as death by murder. Suicide rates are not included. Coroners decide which deaths are suicides. There were This is where the mistakes usually happen because a coroner may label a death as suicide when it may have been a murder. They may even align another label like accident. The problem lies with the law requiring coroners to choose among a specified set of cause for death. Thus, our laws do not allow coroner to list witchcraft as a cause of death. Police choices stats based on their discriminatory decisions, how they respond. If he decides not to deal with the stats recorded, if it's the end of the shift and he's more likely to let things slide that he would not have at the beginning of the shift. Are there new policies to crack down? Because if so, this affects stats. Some police officers do ungrading of crimes so that they meet home office efficiency targets, with some crimes even vanishing altogether from the statistics through the practice of cuffing. There is no guarantee that the offense, once reported, will necessarily find its way into the official statistics. This is gray figure. Compromises, according to the BCS, of 1/3 of all offenses actually get reported. Dark figures tend to cast a long shadow over the official sources. Wiles believes there is a dark figure of crime sufficiently large to render reported and recorded offenses highly suspect as a basis upon which to make inference upon criminal behavior is general. Criminologists use the expression dark figures to refer to as proportion of crimes that don't appear in the crime statistics. In theory, citizens report crimes to police. The police keeps reports of these crimes, and those reports become the basis of calculating crime rates. But some crimes are not reported because people are too afraid, too busy to call police, or because they doubt the police will be able to do anything useful. And the police, many, not keep records of all the reports they receive, so the crime rates inevitably determine the actual amount of crime. The difference between the number of actual recorded crimes and the true numbers of crimes is a dark figure. Are you looking at a crime rate versus an actual total? The number is very different. Crime functions depending on the following factors: poverty rate, high school dropout rate, unemployment, the number of males between the ages 15 and 20, single-parent family rates. Consider whether public reporting of crime is down or up. An increase in crime can just be the result of an increase in the number of people coming forward to report an incident. Is every call reported, tracked through system, and recorded in this database? Does the article present sound statistics to back their crimes? No, the article doesn't state what methods the police use to compile these data. Where is the error margin? Yes, the group considered the source Tacoma Police credible and verified the police have the research to back up their numbers and the expertise. Were both sides of the argument presented? An article did not present both sides at all because only the side of the police was represented in the article, which seemed biased. Additional information required to make the claim less vague and misleading. How much crime reported versus not reported? Give the public knowledge of the methods the police use on tracking and monitoring crime activities. Help the public learn the different collection methods used. Inform the public how the police successfully completed statistical research. Include information on statistics on Washington state crime. Definitions given of crimes. How is an act categorized? The article also states that the reports on the crime have gone up in the residential area, 389 reports compared to 23 in 95. This tells us there's a discrepancy in the information we're receiving. Appoint another agency to work with the police to track crime statistics. Include the total percentages of people incarcerated. More research on citizens' opinions and views of crimes. First, those who compile the figures must categorize similar law-breaking incidents in the same way. Second, the statistics must be mutually exclusive. By this it meant that two separate incidents cannot be classified in the same way. If this was so, then the statistics would not be repeatable or accurate. They would be unreliable. According to the Bureau of Statistics, underlying causes and differences are structural differences, not uniform reporting practices, reporting errors, or software coding errors. Do Tacoma residents know they have a 1 in 10 chance of becoming a victim of a violent or property crime? People should take in consideration other numbers such as the Tacoma Police Tribune's June 1st, 2000 article claiming a Tacoma resident has 1 in 10 chance of becoming a victim of a violent property crime. Why is crime so high? According to Ed Troy, Pierce County Police spokesman, there is a shortage of police. Pierce County has the least amount of deputies per 1,000 people in the state. He also claims that the deputies only must focus on more serious crimes so petty criminals are not caught as quickly. When criminals are caught, they now serve shorter sentences and have less incentive to straighten up. Crimes occurred in Pierce County in 2001. These are some crime rates that I put on here. Some background in crime reporting. I really got kind of extensive with this report. But I just want to try to hurry up before I get under my 15 minutes they give me. The Uniform Crime Reporting Program of the Federal Bureau of Investigation has been collecting crime and arrest these data from police departments and throughout the United States since 1930. The data is published in the Annual Report of Crime in the United States and represent one of the more widely used sources of longitude. This data in social sciences. The UCR is based on monthly summary reports of crimes known to the police and arrests made by the police and provided to the FBI by the 18,000 police agencies in the United States and its territories. The UCR includes the crime index count and specific crimes occurring over the past year. And tells you what crimes, and it has some limitations: incomplete citizen reporting, how relationships between offender and victim, citizen reporting of crime, extent of citizens' trust of police, effects of police policies and problems on reporting behavior, no legislative requiring states to report crime to FBI, which affects accuracy, completeness of this data, no mandates to provide this data on time or at all, imputed this data where gaps exist. And in conclusion, any form of information gathering can never be truly accurate in the absolute manner, for it will reflect the particular purposes of the research. For criminal statistics are based on these data collected not by agencies designated to collect information about crime, but agencies designed to enforce the law. The statistics which result are part of the attempt to achieve that goal. The art lies in highlighting the positive aspects in order to develop rather than hinder the production of meaningful this data. And here's some of the works cited that I and the group found that will back up the claims. And here's the article that we chose to write the paper on. And these are the crime statistics from downtown. And the article, I guess, which we were disputing, and it was myself and I think another member of the team, but I can't remember who it was. And this was from June 23rd, 2002.